evening to all the undead ghouls and monsters. We are your horror hosts for tonight's Last Rites. Welcome back, Monster Squad. It has been 16 years since his last appearance, but finally, Jason Voorhees has come back. This is episode 26, and everybody and their mother is now talking about the Jason universe. So it looks like now we are too.
We have to.
It's written. So Jason Universe. This is a new concept created by the original owners of the Friday the 13th franchise, which I also didn't know that. I had to look that up. This is owned by Horror Inc., which originally was a group of guys, and Sean Cunningham, the original director of the first movie. And somehow it got flipped because now Victor Miller, the original screenwriter, who Cunningham and Miller were in this legal battle for 16 years, now Miller's associated with Horror Inc., along with a couple other guys. So I guess after the first movie, which was released through Paramount, Horror Inc. picked it up and just ran with it up until Jason Takes Manhattan, which is what I read, which is crazy. I had no idea that they were calling themselves that and that they had the rights to it, and yeah. So like I said, Cunningham, he's been a producer on multiple movies for the I guess at that time was the Jason universe. Or film franchise, because now they're saying, with this day and age, everything has to be a universe, so that's why they created this universe, and it's stylized too, so it's not just universe. So the way they have the universe spelled out has a 13 in the name. So it's UN, the letter number 1 V, the number 3 RSE, so universe with a 13 in it, which is it's cool.
Very clever.
But yeah, so and it's owned. They said it's owned again by the original owners, Horror Inc. So I had to do like a little bit of a deep dive on that to figure that out, because I was like, that doesn't sound right. Sounds like a new company that just came about.
Right. But it turns out.
Yeah, but it turns out that they actually owned it right after the first movie. So
they've been around now.
Yeah. So it's a good thing we're finally getting Jason back. It's been long overdue since the 2009 reimagining Friday the 13th, which I thought was a really good movie. I personally enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
No, I enjoyed it. I thought it was, back to basics, which is nice. That's what I like the most.
Yeah, I like how this one immediately just introduces Jason, but gives you kind of a little quick synopsis of kind of like what the original movie was, with his mom and the beheading and things like that. So it kind of gives you like something super fast. So it basically like fast forwarded the original movie to part 2, or actually I guess technically 3, because that's when he had the hockey mask.
Yeah, because initially, in the original movie, he's just a nightmare, right?
Yeah. I think so. There was no rhyme or reason, and it wasn't until later they're saying that he possibly didn't drown and he was just living in the forest. So there's a lot of different things of what he is,
theories,
or if he actually was a ghost, or he came back to life, or is possessed by one of the Deadites. So there's all these theories about Jason himself going around. And it's just kind of up to you to pick and choose what you believe and what you think is right.
Right. I wonder if the later installments in this universe are actually going to canonize any of these theories, or like actually specify, but it's yet to be seen.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, hopefully. So another thing about this universe is that they're putting out a television show. A24 is putting it out, and it's also in cahoots with Horror Inc., which I also read, because I didn't think Horror Inc. had their fingers in it, but I guess because they own the intellectual properties of everything Jason and Friday the 13th now, obviously that they're their fingers are in that cookie jar with Crystal Lake. But Crystal Lake is a prequel series about Pamela Voorhees and young Jason. So I think it's before his drowning or up to his drowning, or I'm
however they're going to explain it.
Yeah, however they're going to explain it. I don't know. Yeah. I just know that Pamela's in it and a young Jason's in it. You'll get to meet his father finally, Elias, I think it was his name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like it's going to revolve around Pamela Voorhees. She's going to be the protagonist, basically. And we're going to see the other characters just sort of in and out of her narrative, I guess.
Yeah, and speculation on the interwebs is that there could be some flashbacks or flash forwards of actual like adult Jason. So
yeah, that would make it even better, I think.
Yeah, that would be really super cool. But
because it is called the Jason universe, so
yeah.
It's not just Friday the 13th anymore.
Yep. So, but Crystal Lake. I guess before we get any further, speaking of lakes, we got to give a shout out to our unofficial sponsor, Liquid Death. So this is our can of Crystal Lake right here. What do you got today?
I got the Severed Lime.
Yeah, looks like I got the same.
It's a classic and friend of the show, Severed Lime.
Yep.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit of fizz.
Nope, not me.
Still a great taste.
Yep. Always murdering my thirst with Liquid Death. Alright, so yeah, Crystal Lake, prequel to the Friday the 13th franchise. Kind of gives you the upbringing of young Jason and what his mom was up to before she became a psychotic killer.
Let me sever that lime again. With a machete this time. Really good.
As it should be, as it should be. Yeah, so we got a lot of information. Like I said in the beginning of this, it's been 16 years since the last appearance of Jason Voorhees. And we have a new vignette short. If you haven't seen it, it's because you don't have the internet. It's the only reason you haven't seen it. This is a collab with Angry Orchard. They are a hard cider company, and they decided to get together with the Jason universe and do a little short, which I thought was super cool.
Yeah, about 13 minutes long, something like that.
About 13 minutes long.
Yeah.
You can see it on YouTube. I think Angry Orchard has it on their website, and pretty much anywhere that offers any type of like horror movies or watches, you can check it out there. And it's called Sweet Revenge.
Sweet Revenge. Also, isn't that like the name of one of their drinks or something?
I couldn't.
I'm probably mistaken on that.
I couldn't tell you if it was or not.
But I had one of their ciders the other day. I'm not really a big cider guy.
Yeah, me neither.
So, but the vignette was really cool. I think I enjoyed the vignette a lot better than the actual drink. But
yeah, here you actually get to see the introduction of the new mask. So back when the Jason universe was introduced to us, they gave us a new concept look of what Jason's going to look like. And with that was a new mask. I was kind of on the fence about the mask. I didn't really like the placement of the red arrows that are on it that make the mask iconic.
Yeah.
They have that center triangle right above the eyes. They actually brought it down to me, and I've seen this on the internet also, people saying that it really reminds them of like a unibrow.
Yeah. So, it really does look like it's just,
I mean, if they were going for the whole mongoloid concept, they definitely hit that mark with the mask.
I didn't think about that, but yeah.
So, and hopefully not. Hopefully it was just the way they made it. They weren't thinking that through.
So this one was designed by Greg Nicotero then, right?
Yes, correct.
It kind of looks like they did a little bit too many tweak changes to it, and it just became kind of...
Yeah, the circular round eye holes now have become squares. I think you said it once before. They look like spam, like little spam cutouts.
Yeah. Either that or like I've heard people describe it as aviator glasses shaped, but like weirdly shaped.
Yeah, so he designed this to actually be marketed for the Spirit Halloween stores. Although I've tried looking for it on Spirit Halloween stores, and the only way I can see that you can purchase it is as a kit. So it is a kid's Halloween costume. So it comes with the new mask, and it comes with a Jason Voorhees hockey jersey.
Hockey jersey, okay.
And the hockey jersey is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's got the red, white, and black elements, and then the mask is dead center on the front, and then there's like blood splatter all around it. Not on the mask, but like in the background of the mask. If you haven't checked it out, go to spirithalloween.com. You can see it there. But you'll see the mask as well too. It's the only area that I can find it. If it's on there, I haven't found it personally. So this is the only spot that I could find where it's at. And it's only as a child's costume kit. $45.
No. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
And on the back, instead of it saying Voorhees, it says Jason.
Jason
and
number
then
13.
The number 13.
Yeah,
So,
typically I see, when I see one of those jerseys, it says Voorhees on the back, not Jason. But
yeah. I mean, it's Spirit Halloween, so I guess they could take liberties. Pretty cool. Like I said, there's little things I have a gripe about, but for the most part, it looked pretty decent in the short that they made. There was one part where you could really see it, and I don't know if it was just too much lighting on it, but it looks a lot better in low light, especially if you're using it in any type of like short movie or nothing full length, I guess. But when we get the new movie, which is also an announcement, we will probably be seeing it in the new movie. So
yeah. Hopefully, like the way they light it and the way that the filters and the camera are placed, and all of the other effects they can do to the mask makes it look better. Because the pictures I saw from the San Diego Comic-Con, it just looked like this egg-shaped, just like, I don't know, it just didn't look impressive at all. It just looked like it was brand new, but just not really worked on. I don't know. It just looked really simple and like not impressive at all.
yeah, I was actually going to bring that up. That was where they first announced it, was Comic-Con. This lady that I guess works with them or not, Greg gave her. He couldn't make the Comic-Con, so he gave her the mask to make the announcement, and she showed it off.
This is the one he actually worked on.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, this is the one he actually worked on.
Right.
So that one looked a little better compared to like what you see online, but kudos to him for the redesign. Obviously, they're going for a full-on like resurrection of the series, so they're changing it a little bit. But like I said, when the Jason universe came out, they kind of gave you this drawing of what Jason was going to look like with the new mask, and he looks similar to the 2009 movie, but he looks in the drawing a little shorter. He doesn't look as predominantly tall, and I don't know if that's they're trying to make him like normal size or
a younger version.
I mean, yeah, it could be a younger version. I don't know. He just didn't look like Jason to me. He looked like more of like a reimagining, or like could have been like a cartoon. But yeah, so we got that. And then, like I said, they just released the vignette not that long ago. And if you haven't seen it, like I said, you just are living under a rock or don't have the internet. Definitely a very cool short. It's got definitely got some questions that I have to ask about it, and very curious. If they're gonna move forward with it or have some kind of like continuation, or if it was just a standalone thing. What were your initial thoughts on the vignette?
I like that it was straight to the point, and it didn't. Well, it's a very short film. Short films are usually 15-20 minutes at the most. This one is 13. It got right to the point. It was very reminiscent of the Jason we know, and that narrative of just the kids having a good old time camping out, and then Jason shows up. I thought that was perfectly done. I didn't see what I know that it was a collaboration with Angry Orchard. I don't even know if I saw any of like the characters drinking the drinks. I don't know how it's connected at all. Like
no, they were walking around. They had the drinks.
I must have missed it.
Yeah, they had the drinks in their hand. They had the drinks packed in their car. There was a scene with the gentleman, the older gentleman who was renting the cabin out to them. He was also kind of like the naysayer, kind of giving them the warning and stuff like that. Giving them a little bit of the history, but he had a thing of apples, and he offered
So there was like little Easter eggs here and there.
Yeah. He offered the main character an apple, and she took one, although she hesitated at first.
All right. So I guess I don't go camping enough because I'm not really a cider guy. But other than that, I thought the appearance of Jason was super cool. It scratched that itch,
Yeah, totally. I was trying to find out the chick's name. So the main character in the short, she is with her boyfriend and some friends, and they also, like, when you go camping and you like camp out in like your sleeping bag in a tent. They went camping and rented like a cabin on the lake, which I'm guessing was the old Camp Crystal Lake. I can only assume.
Yeah.
Because the guy was also telling him it had like it had a very dark history, and like him and his wife took it over and kind of like converted it, so it's kind of like similar to like an Airbnb, but for camping.
Yeah.
And so she's like out on the water, and then Jason comes up and grabs her and pulls her under, or at least you assume that it's Jason. And this is about midday, and then all of a sudden, like, she pops up out of the water at night. So she's been underwater this entire time. And you're just kind of
have good lungs.
Yeah, you're just kind of like, what the fuck? Because it's like, how did it go from like day to dark? And so she gets out of the water, and she like goes to the cabin to where her friends are, and she's like some shit going on with her friends, and then like he shows up behind her and like throws her through the window, and then like kicks the door in, and like it just goes like boom 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 like right after that, like super crazy. And then she like makes a break for it, gets is able to run, goes over to the older gentleman's cabin, where he was sitting in like his little makeshift workshop or garage or whatever it was, where he gave her the apples, and he's just sitting there, and she finds that he's dead, and then she like grabs a machete or a bigger knife off his desk, and then it's kind of like a showdown between them two. But you could see like she doesn't look normal.
Oh, because the way she reemerges from the lake.
Yeah, and like her appearance, like she got super dark like circles around her eyes, and I mean, to me it seems like that she also had had taken the death plunge and came back to life somehow.
Yeah, what is the theory on the lake itself? According to canon, does it have like supernatural properties, or
I don't know if there is. I haven't heard anything on the lake. If that's something that's out there that's interesting, I would definitely like to find more out about it. If there's a lore about it.
Yeah.
But that could be a possibility. Like I said, there's so many different things of Jason itself. Like he's a deadite, or another thing was Pamela was using the Necronomicon to bring him back, and yeah, just so many different things that are swirling around.
Because it almost sounds also like a Pet Cemetery type situation, where it's like either a curse.
Yeah,
or
I've heard that too. Like the lake, the lake could be basically like the Pet Cemetery. Like people that are buried in the cemetery come back. People die in the lake, they could come back. That would be a really cool theory.
Yeah, but they come out different, or affected.
The picture they have on the IMDb, it looks like a fucking tarot card.
Yeah, really cool art with the apples and everything.
Yeah. Or I guess it could be like on an Angry Orchard box, kind of like what Liquid Death does with their boxes, where they have a
really cool art on the
art design on the back.
Yeah.
Eve, that's the character's name. I couldn't even pronounce her name. Ali Hernandez. But yeah, she comes back. Like, she looks like she had died and had come back. So, but this was written and directed by Mike P. Nelson, who is from the Wrong Turn franchise. They also did the VHS 1985, which I heard a cool little story from the 1985 VHS movie is that one of the segments in it could be connected to the Black Phone universe, and they're trying to like talk about that and push for that. So
yeah, that would be interesting. I like how some of these franchises are trying to make it connections between these and that movies.
Yeah, so we definitely could talk about that on another podcast, but I just wanted to bring that up. Yeah, so like they're actually looking to tap this guy to do the full-length movie, which they told us that a new movie would be dropping in 2026 and a new video game, which kind of sucks because they already had a video game and it was super successful, and because at the time the litigations of the rights and stuff like that were still in court, like they had to basically shut the game down.
Yeah. Well, the servers are down. You could still play, local, play the CPU basically, but it's not as fun.
Yeah, so I was kind of hoping that with the video game that they're going to bring that back, but from what I heard and read, that they're revamping and doing a whole different video game. So I don't know if it's going to be on the same concept of what that other game was, or if it's just going to be completely something new. But we will see in 2026.
Yeah, I mean, the way games are moving, I'm guessing it's going to be mostly like an online thing, sort of like Day by Daylight, where like it goes by seasons, I guess. A lot of games are doing seasons now, so it might be something more towards that lineup.
Yeah, that's new to me. I'm not a big gamer, so I don't know what any of that means really, like seasons and.
Yeah, it's fairly new concept. It's mostly so that you buy a game and then instead of buying the new game, you just buy like upgrades, or they just keep making you buy more things for the same game. It's essentially what they're doing. But yeah, it's a new way of making money in that industry.
For the TV show too, Brian Fuller from Hannibal was the showrunner for it, but I think he had some allegations.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Is that what he got fired?
Yeah, there were some allegations of misconduct on his part somehow, some way, at some point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And so they dismissed him off the TV show, and that's why they're looking for like a different showrunner for it. But like the last thing that I saw, at least that I know of, was like Linda Cardellini was cast as Pamela Voorhees. And then they have a bunch of other actors, but a lot of people it's very unknown to me. But she's the only like well-known actress that I know in the series.
I think she's a good choice. I remember her from all the way back in Freaks and Geeks, and she was Velma in the Scooby-Doo movies. Last I saw her was The Curse of La Llorona, which James Wan swears that it's not part of the Controverse, but he produced it and he used characters from the Controverse. So I mean, I don't know, whatever. But that's the last time I saw her.
That's like failed. That's like failed Backlash.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a very good movie to be honest, but still,
I thought it was entertaining.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I don't know the whole lore and stuff like that because it's not my culture, but I was still fascinated by it and really intrigued and overall, like I think she is a well-rounded actress.
Yeah, she did a really good job in that.
I've seen her in a lot of other stuff too. Like there's a movie called The Founder. It's about Ray Kroc, the guy who basically stole McDonald's from the McDonald brothers.
Yeah,
and he steals her. She plays
Michael Keaton, right?
Yeah, Michael Keaton. She plays an actress who becomes his wife, but she's dating some other dude, like some other heavyweight power guy in the industry, and he basically like woos her away from him. But
stealing things left and right.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, she's a great actress. Very well rounded, like I said.
Yeah,
She,
totally. And let's see, because the Pam Voorhees character is, you know, it's a big one, and so in the same line of conversation, what was the deal with Charlize Theron? Because initially, she was supposed to be Pam Voorhees, right, in this project.
Yeah, but I don't know if that just only was in talks and it never went anywhere further than that. Maybe she entertained the idea, like, yeah, I could do that, because she seems like the kind of woman who puts her mind to something and she's gonna fucking do it. So, but
Yeah, I mean, she's.
I don't think anything was ever finalized. I think people really wanted her to be.
It would have been interesting. It would have been a completely different. Completely different actresses with different ranges, but it would have been interesting with Charlize Theron because she's an Oscar winner and a very good actress. And also, I don't think she's been in any TV anything other than like small roles here and there. But like to go into TV, also she's not really a horror actress at all. I don't think she's ever been in like horror proper, maybe horror adjacent roles, but nothing like an actual horror anything.
Yeah, I think
This
I
would have
think the
been like
Mad
two
Max
firsts.
series would be the closest thing
Yeah, probably.
to a horror adjacent.
Or maybe The Devil's Advocate. Is The Devil's Advocate considered a
Oh
horror
yeah,
movie?
oh yeah, that was. But she was just the girlfriend of the wife. I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
what she was, but she was like the love interest.
Yeah. So it would have been interesting to see her in a horror role proper, and Pam Voorhees would have been, you know, like a really big deal, I think. But yeah, Linda Cardellini should be perfectly fine, I think.
Yeah, like I said, the cast itself, I've never really seen or heard any of these other folks that are in it. So a lot of newbies to me. I mean, maybe you've seen them somewhere else, but
No, a
but-
lot of young actors.
But they do have young Jason casted. Like I said, they have. There's one right here where it says adult Jason. So I don't know if this is, you know, full costume adult Jason, because as far as I know and everybody knows, Jason Voorhees died as a child, you know, and then became a full-grown adult in the second movie. His mom's casted, his dad's casted, although I'm not seeing his name anywhere here. And then there's a whole bunch of like supporting characters.
Yeah, how far out are we to see pretty much anything from A24?
Everything shows 2026.
Okay.
So they haven't given an official month, but they do have the year. So next year. And Linda Cardellini's character, Pamela Voorhees, is the first entry where it has no episodes next to it. Everybody else has like one episode. Then there's two characters here that have 2 episodes, but she does not have any episodes. Oh, Adrienne King. She was from the first one. She's playing Alice Hardy, supposedly. I don't know. IMDb is also one of those places like Wikipedia where you can kind of edit yourself.
Oh, right.
So unfortunately, you know, it's kind of a grain of salt you have to take whether you know, any of these people are actually going to be in it. Other than, like I said, I know that for sure Linda Cardellini is in it because they made that announcement. But as for everybody else, Calum Vizen, he's playing young Jason Voorhees. He was also announced. But as for everybody else, you know, I'm sure that they were, but it's really hard to say if Adrienne King is actually coming back or not. Because I heard that she was, but she was playing a different character. And that sounds like her actual character name from the first movie.
Yeah, because if it's the same character, it would have to be like some sort of...
And she also got killed off in the second movie. So she was the final girl in the first movie. And then they brought her in, which is a crazy story. She had this fucking crazy stalker that was like after her basically, and she was so afraid to go out like and be in public because she didn't want that stalker to like find her. And so her part in part 2 was cut completely short.
Yeah.
So that's why they killed her off. And then they killed her off like all weird too, because it was like she wasn't even at the camp. Like she was like at her apartment, and all of a sudden Jason appears. She's like, "Aha! I found you." So it's like, why did he travel outside of the camp to go to her apartment and then kill her? And then I'm gonna mosey on back down to the camp. Just made my way in the city. Nobody noticed this, me with this bag over my head. Because part 2, he had the bag over his head.
Right. I remember.
So lots of questions. But yeah, this year marks the 45th anniversary of Friday the 13th series. So they're doing it up. That's why they got like all this new shit going on with the Jason universe. Also announced for this October coming up is the Halloween Horror Nights. They're doing the Jason universe there, so you'll actually see an actual Jason with the new mask and the new look if you go to the Universal Horror Nights.
Yeah.
Seeing what else is new here. Oh, looks like they did announce the new showrunner, Brad Caleb Kane, is set to take over for Brian Fuller. You know who he is. That's the new showrunner for the TV show Crystal Lake. And Horror Inc. also announces that they're doing a multi-platform expansion of the Friday the 13th franchise. So they said a lot of things are going to be happening in this universe, on top of like a movie and video game. So we're looking to see just a whole bunch of shit going to be going on. So what are your thoughts on this whole universe?
Well, I hope they really freshen it up, like you said, so many different versions, so many different theories surrounding all the different versions. I'm hoping to see a more consolidated, more cohesive version of the entire lore, without so many untied, what was it called? So many loose ends, basically.
Yeah, they're saying it's going to, with the brand new logo and hockey mask, that they're adding a machete metal finish to the logo text. And then they brought back Harry Manfredini, who did the original music. So, and he's doing a motion logo video, which is featuring the original music for it. So I'm not sure where we're going to see that, other than maybe like at the beginning of all the movies now. And then they said that they have a clear emphasis on films, television, games, merchandise, and more. So I'm kind of curious to what "and more" means. And it says, according to Horror Inc., this is more than a reboot. It's a full-fledged resurrection.
Okay. Sounds hopeful. No, but yeah, the music was another thing that I wanted to bring up. I think those are like the three like really themes that like really resonate. I would say The Exorcist, Michael Myers' theme, and then it would be Jason's theme. That once you hear it, you know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So hopefully they revamp the theme accordingly, I would say.
Well, I mean, it also depends. I mean, if it ain't broke, why fix it, right?
Right, yeah.
But that also would go back to the mask and the design, and so...
The entire thing, yeah.
I could see him upgrading, because they did that with Halloween. John Carpenter came back and he kind of gave it like an updated, sound. Brought his boy in to help him out with it, and like another guy. And I mean, I thought it was pretty decent.
Yeah, it came out well.
It was still, it still sounded like the original, just more updated.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what we need for this,
Yeah, like a good revamp, but still true to the original.
Yep. So I'm super curious to find out more about this Jason universe and what it has to offer. So I can't wait to see as Halloween approaches what they're going to be rolling out for us.
Yeah, because the next thing is for this Halloween, right?
Yeah. And like I said, they gave us that short, so that's a first taste of Jason in 16 years. And then they announced the movie. So it looks like the movie and the TV show will be coming out in 2026.
Oh. I was expecting the movie to come out a little earlier for Halloween or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think I heard something about that, but they would have to already been making the movie and just pumping out like
Yeah.
take after take after take.
Yeah.
You know, on top of that they're gonna have to have like a team of people like editing and trying to get it, you know, right. You know, and also good enough to release in the theaters. You know, and that's a short time for them to do.
True.
I mean, I'm not saying they can't, but that's just like that's time crunch.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, I think for Friday the 13th, it would be more of like I would see it would be better as a summer release than like an October release, especially with it, you know, being at a camp. That makes more sense to me.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Plus, I'd rather wait for a really good product than
a rushed product.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, cool. Well, yeah, I'm super excited about this new Jason universe. And finally, get Jason back.
After 16 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. So any closing thoughts on this?
Yeah, I was really surprised to hear that it's A24, because they had a really good run the past few, I would say like the last at least 5 years with, I mean, they release a lot of different types of movies, but their horror movies are really top notch the past few years. And seeing that they're going into TV and doing,
I was going to say, with them going into TV, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, but choosing this for their TV thing. And then, you were telling me that they actually also acquired rights for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Was it the A24?
Yeah.
So you kind of see the direction which they're going. And, I have no reason not to trust them with it, you know?
Yeah, I think with the Crystal Lake series, it's probably their jumping off point. It's either make or break, you know, even though they signed the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If this flops or does no good, then I'm sure that Texas will probably pull out. Yeah. But we'll see what they do. I've been happy with everything that they've acquired and that they've produced and put out. So I don't question, you know, the vitality of you know how the show's going to be. Also, you know, I'm a huge fan, so I'm going to watch it no matter what.
Right, that's true.
So, you know, I'll be on that Nielsen's rating.
Yeah, even if it wasn't A24, but the fact that it is A24, it brings it like another level, you know?
Yeah, it speaks volumes to, you know, how they want to progress their brand. And clearly they want to be in the horror genre, so.
Yeah, they're big on it, so, and they do it well, so.
That closes out our episode for the Jason universe. You know, keep it short and sweet. Talk about all the things that we need to talk about, from the mask design to the new movie, the short vignette, Angry Orchard collab, the new TV show that's coming out, and all the logistics of the ins and outs of what's happening with the new universe. If you liked the music at the beginning and the end of the podcast, that's by a band named Zao, Z-A-O. And you can find all their feature material at their website, zaoonline.net. We also like to give a shout out again to our unofficial sponsor for murdering our thirst throughout this podcast, Liquid Death. And if you want to check out all of our social media, we do horror, trivia, and other content from TikTok to X, Slasher, Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, and Threads. You can find the podcast on YouTube and Rumble and all podcasting platforms. Also, on top of that, you can find all of our information at our website at www.thehorrorscene.com. And with that, I like to say, remember to keep it creepy and also keep it spooky. From our grave to yours, these have been your last rites.
This